Welcome to the third episode of Indie and Music Industry World. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Ostler.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for start my conversation for my podcast.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Sorry, let me just turn the telly off.
Yeah. Thank
Go
you
on.
so much.
How are you?
I'm good. I tell you, Closer is amazing, bro. So congrats so
thank
much.
You, mate.
You got
appreciate it.
you got an amazing and incredible talent. You know that you're a step on than all the other independent artists. Congrats so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, really appreciate that. Thank you for all the sharing and things. I appreciate that as well, mate. It's good.
Yeah, it's so important. You should have a lot of international public as your tracks are. You're not also a songwriter, but I think that you're an hit maker.
Oh,
That's
thank
what
you, mate.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
And that's so.
I'll take that, mate. I'll use that as a quote.
Yeah. Closer is amazing. Which are the process of your writing songs? Cause you have a lot of different styles, and that's amazing. Congrats so much.
Yeah. So, how do I go about writing them?
Yeah. Your process to write the songs, as you mix a lot of styles too.
Yeah. So it depends really. Sometimes I come up with the lyrics first. Sometimes I'm out somewhere and I might hum a chorus or a melody, a sort of top line, and then I come back on the piano and have a jam and go from there really. And then I go work with a couple of producers and things, and we bounce ideas off each other. And it's a really creative process. Yeah.
Yeah, do you take some inspiration from other artists too, or maybe you got a lot of ideas when you got a lyrics, you know what kind of music you want on that songs, how it is, because everything came so different, I think.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music. I've always been a massive music fan. So I have a varied range of tastes, and artists I like might bring new stuff out, and I might think, that sounds brilliant. I might try something that, or I might try this vibe, or I might go back to something I thought of years ago and go, I like the music back then. Why don't I try and do something like that? And it's all about how you feel as well, to be fair, and what the vibe of the track is. I might want to write a pop song, like a pop banger, and then it needs to have an upbeat, catchy, hooky chorus. Or I might write something that's more of a ballad, more of a slower type song. But yeah, it all depends on how you feel and how sometimes you might write that wants to be a pop song, but it doesn't always come out as a pop song because the lyrics might be a bit more darker or a bit more meaningful, so you have to sort of change the style of the song.
That's cool. How when a song is, you listen it so much and you say, okay, that song sounds good, or maybe not, because I think that the level is so high, You're ready for the stadium. That's the thing,
thank you, mate.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Totally.
That would be, that would be lovely. That would be great, mate. That's the dream, mate. Keep plugging away and keep working hard, and hopefully it gets noticed.
Yeah. Are you preparing an album right now?
Yeah, so I've got a couple of songs in the pipeline. What we try and do is release singles, so I try and release a single every 2 or 3 months, so I keep the content flowing. And then that's the plan at the moment anyway, so release a single, do the radio stuff, do the interviews, then it sort of quietens down, then I've got another one hitting, so there's always sort of something coming.
That's cool,
Yeah.
You rock, so because when you listening your music, a lot of blowing, so you can say I need to listen in on a concert with a lot of people.
That's the idea. Yeah.
How is the approach when you sing live on stage with people? You can feel that kind of vibe.
Yeah. No, that's the idea, mate. And big, I've always been a big fan of big bands. Your Coldplays, your Westlifes, your big stadium bands, and I like that sort of music, and I'd love to, sing there, and that's the dream, mate.
I think that right now you should start to make concerts also in Europe too, like to my country.
Yeah, no,
Italy.
yeah.
Have you just thinking about it, or have you tried to talk with someone maybe to help you to release it? How it could be,
Yeah, no, that's a good shout, actually. It's a really good idea. Yeah, definitely spread the wings.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and also to America, because you sound
Oh, yeah,
rock.
Yeah.
You know.
Where are you based?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. Yeah.
What do we expect now of your concert for the BBC right now, as you prepare it? Is it for
Yeah, is that
Christmas,
for the-
right?
Say that again. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's totally cool.
Yeah, no,
So-
thank you. Yeah.
Have you just prepared new singles now for Christmas, or maybe when will you release your new tracks? After
Yes.
the promotion.
Yeah, so I've just had Closer out, which I think you've listened to a few times.
Yeah.
So the next one, I've got 2 or 3 we've just finished, actually, so they'll be later. They'll be next year now. God, yeah, December. Yeah, so I think there'll be one in January and then one in probably March, maybe.
Yeah.
December's a bit of unless you've got a Christmas song, you sort of stay away from December for music.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of music to the radio. That's
Yes,
good.
mate. That's the idea, mate. Build the audience and build the fans, mate. Yeah.
I will try to put the tracks, to other people here on the radio in Italy, so maybe they can listen to you. I can try also to the US. I got a lot of musicians contacts, so maybe I should help you.
Yeah, definitely, mate. That would be great. Yeah, pass it on.
Yeah,
Pass it on, mate. Spread the word, buddy.
it gotta be cool. Yeah.
Yes, mate. Of course.
Can't wait to maybe next year I want to come to listen to you live, maybe, or in the UK, London, or everywhere.
Yeah.
Or maybe here in Italy too.
Oh yes, mate. That would be lovely.
Of course.
Italy's beautiful, beautiful place.
Yeah. So thank you so much for all your amazing releases, and
thank you, buddy.
you rock so much. Closer is totally amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, the posts you do are really good, actually. They're really cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. You
Yeah.
totally got my support, for
thank
everything, for all your stuff, so count on me for all the
Oh,
support.
mate. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you. And any shares or anything, mate, feel free to do. I really appreciate all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much. Are you recording under a label now?
I do a lot of it myself, mate, to be honest with you. It's easier to do it yourself because you can control it a lot better then.
That's cool. So
You get, and sometimes I've had friends that have done stuff with labels, and they just seem to get shafted, to be fair.
yeah. So bro, I will let you rest because your promotion gotta be so hard.
Yes, of course, mate. Yeah, it's good fun though. Good fun.
Thank you so much for the call. I will share it.
I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.